was Erik ten Hag's message on new signings at Old Trafford. Manuel Ugarte continues to be linked with the club. Ten Hag's body language and laid-back attitude suggested he feels it is as close as reports suggest. But the Manchester United boss put the handbrake on later in his news conference, saying he could not promise there would be another new signing. I asked him about Facundo Palestra's departure too, after he was given more minutes last season, but Ten Hag pointed to the fact he now has lots more options out wide. Whether Jadon Sancho's return leads to him actually featuring remains to be seen, as does Antony's contribution, given he is yet to make an impact at the club 2 years on from signing. The sheer fact that Alejandro Garnacho did not start against Fulham shows the United boss is filled with options out wide. But Sancho's inclusion at Brighton remains in doubt. He is clearly concerned about keeping a larger squad happy this season, with more players, but highlighted the importance of having a squad that can cope with injuries, something he clearly feels he did not have last year. But Sancho himself will not want to be coming into Carrington knowing he will not be making the matchday squad, so how that plays out will be intriguing. Manchester United boss Erik ten Hag has been speaking to the media before Saturday's Premier League game against Brighton. Here are the key lines from his news conference. Ten Hag confirmed Luke Shaw, Rasmus Højlund, Tyrell Malacia, and Victor Lindelof are all unavailable to face Brighton, adding Lindelof has an issue on his toe. Hopefully he can return quickly. On if there are any updates on signing Manuel Ugarte, we have a couple of days and we will always improve. As long as we have the opportunity, we will look for it. Ten Hag said he is very pleased with the club's transfer business so far and added they're showing we're going in the right direction. We know as a club we have to catch up, but it shows our ambition, the way we want to go. We have done good business, very good players, quality players who will contribute to our squad and the quality of our squad. On Jadon Sancho's future, we will see if he is involved against Brighton. We have a squad and I hope we will have a squad with double positioning. You need them all throughout the season because it is survival of the fittest. He added we have to manage it. The attitude of the players is very important. Sometimes they will be disappointed they are not in the starting 11, but they have to deal with it. You win as a squad. The prizes are decided next May, and until then we need all the players in the squad highly motivated. That is not an expectation. That is a demand on the squad. The team is always more important than any individual. On Joshua Zirkzee scoring his first goal for United in the win over Fulham, very pleasing that a player who is a striker scores his first goal in his first game. That will give him confidence. We're very pleased that it's happened. It helps absolutely scoring his first goal. It gives him confidence and gives us confidence as a team. Ten Hag said Facundo Palestra, who is signed for Panathinaikos, is very talented, but they have a lot of competition in wide areas, and added we look at what we need as a squad, but every player needs a perspective, and in this moment we had many players to compete in these positions. We couldn't give him the right perspective in this club, but he has high potential, and he needs games to improve and to progress. On if they need to sell to bring players in, he said I didn't say I'm looking for transfers coming in. Also, I don't say that players are going out. I said patience. You guys have to wait. When we have news, we will bring it. Manchester United legend shares Manuel Ugarte doubts. I think that's the type of player they need. Scholes tells the overlap, also throwing into the mix a 51 million playmaker who recently turned down the chance to leave Real Sociedad for Liverpool. Man United need a Martin Zubimendi, or I'm gonna say Gundogan. A controlling midfield player to take the sting out. I am going to say Gundogan. There are, of course, many reasons why Man United were never going to go for Gundogan, and his sky blue past is only one of them. Ineos have shifted the focus towards youth and potential since loosening the Glazers' vice-like grip. With 33-year-old Gundogan, those Man City allegiances aside, exactly the sort of player United are actively avoiding these days. Manuel Ugarte, 9 years Gundogan's junior, is the man most likely to fill that sizable void in Erik ten Hag's midfield. Fabrizio Romano reports that Ugarte, valued at 51 million by Paris Saint-Germain, is edging closer to securing his dream move to Old Trafford. Talks between the two clubs are now at the final stages. Scholes, by his own admission, is not particularly well versed in all things Ugarte, but he does wonder if an ultra-aggressive, high-pressing, tough-tackling number 6 is the best fit, with the two-time Champions League winner arguing that Ten Hag would benefit more from a touch of class and composure. I'm not seeing too much of Ugarte. I saw him 2 or 3 times last year. Scholes adds before casting aspersions on the Uruguayan's technical ability, and making a rather unflattering comparison with former loanees Sophie and Amrabat. I'm not sure technically he is good enough. He seems to be a little bit more of an Amrabat. I don't think we need someone to come in and win tackles. I think we need someone to come in and control games so it's not up and down every 2 minutes. You concede goals, you score goals under the current tactics. It just needs to be someone with a tactical brain, a football brain, to slow things down. Ugarte is certainly not the slow things down type. In contrast, expect to see the PSG powerhouse sprint around the pitch like a hound chasing a squirrel. Then again, if Ten Hag is keen to turn Man United into a high-pressing team in the mold of Jurgen Klopp's best Liverpool sides, and Friday's 1-0 win over Fulham suggests that is indeed the plan, Ugarte could prove to be a far better fit than Scholes.